What up, YouTube? Team Movies here. Now, here is my top 10 favorite 2019 movies from the company Lionsgate. Now, they did not have every great films out this year. I mean, there were some movies in that Lionsgate did in 2019 that not all that great, but they had a pretty decent year. So, with that being said, here's my 10 favorite 2019 movies from Lionsgate. All right, coming in at number 10, it is the romance film 5 Feet Apart, which is, of course, the film about this teen girl named Stella who ends up falling who has cystic fibrosis and so she ends up falling for another patient with this same disease. But problem is they can't really get too close to each other, or else they have to stay 5 feet apart, or else they could die, like even worse than die. And it's kind of like a Fault in Our Stars in a way. Like you kind of feel the Fault in Our Stars filters. I mean, I really like the cheese of this. Of course, it's played by the leads are played by Haley Richardson, who I'm becoming a fan of every time. And the other lead is Riverdale dude, Cole Sprouse. Those two were really great together. It's also directed by Justin Baldoni, who also had a movie Clouds that sounds really intriguing. I mean, 5 Feet Apart was. You're gonna need some tissues while you watch this. The two leads gave really decent performances. Nice romance film. Definitely go check out 5 Feet Apart. All right, coming in at number 9, it is Code Pursuit. Now, this stars Liam Neeson, who plays this father who's trying to avenge his son's death because his son ended up overdosing on drugs that these guys end up giving him, and so he wants to take down the people responsible. And this is one of the most violent movies of the year. Like, probably one of Liam Neeson's most violent films. Like, maybe even more violent than Taken. And Code Pursuit is really underrated. Like, the movie really came out of nowhere in February, and it just really came and gone. I think it's because of the whole if you guys remember, what Liam Neeson said back in February and all that. Like, of course, there was Liam Neeson controversies when this movie got released, but still, Code Pursuit, I really had so much fun with. Liam Neeson was great. You had Laura Dern, who didn't really have much screen presence, which I was a little disappointed by. You also had Amy Rosa was in this. The villain was pretty decent. If you guys haven't really seen Code Pursuit, give it a shot. It's a really fun action flick. Coming in at number 8, it is a Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Now, this is of course a horror film, based on the horror novel here. It's of course produced by Guillermo del Toro, and Lionsgate really does well with their horror films, and here they really showed it. I mean, despite the PG-13 rating, this movie was still very creepy. Had great performances by the young cast in this. You also had Dean Norris. Interesting effects here. Definitely go check out Scary Stories if you guys haven't seen it. Alright. Coming coming in at number 7, it is Rambo Last Blood. Now, this, of course, returned Sylvester Stallone back as John Rambo, and this movie was loads of fun. Had great action in it. Like Code Pursuit, this movie was also very violent. It was really entertaining. Stallone, who is literally in his 70s, shows that he still got it. I mean, lots of actors showing that they still do really. You talk about Liam Neeson, Sylvester Stallone. I mean, Rambo Last Blood, of course, the ending was really fun. And if you guys haven't really seen Rambo Last Blood yet, go give it a go. It's a really fun, entertaining flick. Now, coming in at number 6 is a roadside attraction film, but roadside attraction is owned by Lionsgate, so they technically do count on this list. But number 6 is The Peanut Butter Falcon, starring Shia LaBeouf, and it's like a Mark Twain like film where this kid with like not kid but this like young man with Down syndrome ends up running away from his home so he could become a like or I should say nursing home so he can become a professional wrestler. Then he ends up bonding with Shia LaBeouf's character who's this like outlaw or this young man on the run I should say, and they become really fast friends. And Shia LaBeouf was great in this. The one who's the actor, the Down syndrome kid. I think the actor's name is Zach Gottsagen. He was terrific. Dakota Johnson was great. Bruce Dern, Thomas Haden Church. Really terrific film in the cast. The directors are newcomers. I mean, if you guys haven't really seen The Peanut Butter Falcon yet, it is a really underrated film, but it's terrific. Definitely go check it out if you guys haven't seen it. Coming in at number 5, it is Long Shot. Now, Lionsgate could be pretty good with their comics, and Long Shot, starring Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron, was hilarious. Very raunchy. Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron really had amazing chemistry on screen. It was directed by Jonathan Levine, who also gave us stuff like 50-50 and The Night Before, Snatch, and all. He did a really great job with this film. Long Shot is also kind of very underrated. Like the movie kind of went and like came and gone, but it's a really hilarious film. Definitely go check out Long Shot if you guys haven't seen it. Now, speaking of Charlize Theron, she's on this list twice, by the way. And coming in at number 4, it is Bombshell. Now, I actually just saw this movie today, and Bombshell is fantastic. I mean, Charlize Theron as buying the role of Megyn Kelly was really cool to watch. Of course, you had Margot Robbie, Nicole Kidman, John Lithgow. Really amazing performance by the cast. Great makeup here. Interesting true story stuff. Interesting movie for the Me Too movement. Definitely a major Oscar contender. So if you guys haven't seen Bombshell, it's a really good one. Alright, coming in at number 3, it is Judy. Another roadside attraction film. Now, Judy, of course, is a biopic about Judy Garland, and man, Renee Zellweger as the role Judy was terrific casting. She played the role really well. Probably, I think, Renee Zellweger has a 50-50 shot at actually winning the role. She was that terrific here. I mean, Zellweger just really killed it as a Judy Garland. Like, she sang so much like her. She even looked like the makeup they used on her was terrific. I mean, if you guys haven't seen Judy yet, it's a really magnificent film. Alright, coming in at number 2, it is John Wick Chapter 3. Now, John Wick franchise is definitely the best stuff that Lionsgate, have. I mean, John Wick franchise have been really fun. They've been entertaining. Keanu Reeves is awesome. And Wick Chapter 3 it's probably my favorite out of the bunch. It is more violent than the other two. You also had sorry for that. You also had Halle Berry was also with us. Ian McShane was pretty great. Jason Mantzoukas, Lawrence Fishburne was great in this. Some really awesome cast members. Really great action, great violence. Lionsgate could do pretty good with their action films. Not always great, but Alright. Coming in now, my number 1 favorite movie of 2019 that Lionsgate did has got to be Knives Out. Knives Out, which is like a Agatha Christie type of film. Great performances. I mean, you got You got Dana Craig, who was really terrific here. You also had people like Chris Evans, Ana de Armas, Tony Collette, Christopher Plummer. Probably one like Lionsgate had two awesome movies this year with some of the best casts you'll see on screen in recent years. Of course, Ryan Johnson, coming off of The Last Jedi, did a really great job at the directing this film. And Knives Out is it's a really remarkable film. I mean, it's funny, it's entertaining, it'll leave you guessing from beginning to end. And since Knives did pretty well, I hope we get a sequel because I'd love to see more adventures of Dan Craig's detective Benoit Blanc and some other really cool like murder mystery stuff in this. Yeah, Knives Out is definitely one of the most original films of the year. It's really hilarious. If you guys haven't seen Knives Out, it's to me is the best thing that Lionsgate had put out this year. So yeah, definitely go check out Knives Out if you guys haven't. Anyway. Alright. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Anyway, let me do the quick rundown. 10, 5 feet apart. 9, Co-Pursuit. 8, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. 7, Rambo Last Blood. 6, The Peanut Butter Falcon. 5, Long Shot. 4, Bombshell. 3, Judy. 2, John Wick Chapter 3. And 1 is Knives Out. There's loads of other ones I probably could have added on this list. Alright, there are also some movies that Lionsgate did do this year that wasn't all that great. Like, their worst movies of the year is definitely... Anyway, their worst films of the year is definitely Hellboy, The Kid, Anna was horrible, oh boy. I mean, not everything Lionsgate did this year turned out go. Unpopular opinion, I did not mind that Medea movie. I know there's like it's cool to hate on Tyler Perry and Medea. I really don't mind the Medea films. They're dumb and all, but there's something about the Medea films I just get a kick out of. So yeah, I really don't think Medea's Medea's Family Funeral is probably the worst out of the Medea films, but I really hate it as most people did. I'm sorry. But anyway, let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite 2019 movies from Lionsgate? Drop a comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications.